Good morning from Ayodhya Paying Guest House. So in our 3 nights 4 days tour of Ayodhya, we stayed in this hotel which is situated in Ranopalli village of Ayodhya. The room was decent with a decent and spacious bathroom as you can see, and it had geyser facilities as well. The room had a decent space with almirah, table, chairs provided within the room. This is the reception area. Our room was in the first floor and we had to climb this flight of stairs. Hotel owners bidding us farewell in their customary fashion. Room rent was 2,500 per day with 250 rupees per day for driver accommodation. This is the common lobby area, neatly maintained. It's morning 10 AM and we have come to Chudamani Chowk. Chudamani Chowk is just 650 meters from our hotel, and if you look at the display you will see that the road straight leads to Tedhi Bazaar, which is 1.5 kilometers, and Ram Mandir is 2.5 kilometers from here. The chowk is named after the chuda which was given by Mata Sita to Hanumanji when he met her in Ashok Vatika in Lanka. Traveling a few hundred meters from the Chudamani Chowk, we have come to Maryada restaurant to have our breakfast. South Indian breakfast items are available here and you can see the menu with the rate chart. The owner of the restaurant was a nice, jolly person, and here he is preparing the aloo masala for dosa. Look at the ambience of the restaurant, it's quite appealing. My mother waiting for breakfast to be served. This is the other side of the restaurant where bakery items are available. This is the road that leads to Ram Mandir, and on the other side you can see the flyover to Faizabad. Dosas being served to other customers. Dosa that will be served to us is now being prepared. Ustad ji preparing masala dosa for us. Masala aloo being put as stuffing. The dosas indeed look tasty. This is the final look and the dosas were delicious. If you want, you can sit on the outside of the restaurant as well. Shades have been provided. Idli was being prepared for our chauffeur Kali Charan ji. We are proceeding towards Surya Kund, which is situated in Darshan Nagar, Ayodhya, at a distance of about 5 kilometers from Ranopalli village. We are following the Chauda Koshi Parikrama Marg. This is the same road which connects Guptar Ghat with Ram Ki Paidi or Naya Ghat, and which I had shown you in my previous vlog. If you have not watched it, I would request that please go back and watch the previous vlog. This place, which is a must-visit place in Ayodhya, that is the Surya Kund, is also connected with the Chauda Koshi Parikrama Marg. And your visit to Surya Kund is a must, because then only your Tirth to Ram Mandir is considered as complete. We purchased tickets from the ticket counter. It's 30 rupees per person, and now we will be entering the Surya Kund area. This is the entry gate, and here the guards will check our tickets. This is what you see just after entering the park. Here you can see sand art of Surya Bhagwan on his chariot pulled by 7 horses. This is on the left side of the park immediately after entering. Let us go into the insides of the park. We took a few steps. Look at this small area on the left hand side. It has some exquisite and beautiful plants, all planted in a symmetry and trimmed to the same size. The variety of plants here are truly commendable, and they look beautiful. This park is indeed well maintained. Look at the different varieties and colors of gendas here. Truly majestic. Oh, the size of the gendas, truly awesome. The whole park has this kind of small islands filled with flowers and plants which are well maintained and taken care of. Look at these dahlia flowers and the chandramallikas. They are truly big in size and beautiful. We can also see a mandir in the distance.
पौराणिक स्थल है, मान्यता प्राप्त है। ये भूमि जो है बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। ये त्रिसूर्य कुंड उस समय का है जिस समय त्रेता युग में राम जी का जन्म था। रामायण में लिखा हुआ है बालकांड में, मार्च दिवस का दिवस वो मर्म न जाना कोई, रवि समेत रथ क्यों निशा कौन। राम जी के जन्मोत्सव में 33 कोटि देवता आ रही थी आकाश मार्ग से। त्रिसूर्य भगवान का रथ आ रहा था। त्रिसूर्य भगवान ने रथ को आकाश मार्ग में रोक दिया। राम जी के जन्मोत्सव में खुश होकर के 1 महीने तपस्या किया, क्योंकि राम जी के जन्म में संसार के जितने देवता थे राम जी का जन्मोत्सव देखने को आई थी। राम जन्म समय जान ब्रह्म महादि पधारे, धाये सुरचर विमान देव बधू करत गान, शीतल सुगंध पानी धवल नी उद्धारे। संसार के जितने देवता थे राम जी का जन्मोत्सव देखने को आई थी। देवियाँ मंगल गान को गाती थी। माँ सरजू जी का जल दूध के सामान निर्मल उज्ज्वल धारा बहने लगी। सूर्य भगवान ने 1 महीने का दिन कर दिया कि भगवान राम जी की 6 दिन की छठी हो जाए, 12 दिन की बरही हो जाए, 1 महीने के शुद्धिकरण हो जाए। 1 महीने का दिन कर दिया किसी को नहीं मालूम। 1 मार्च के 1 दिन अयोध्या के महाराजा दर्शन के द्वारा सूर्य कुंड का निर्माण हुआ। सूर्य भगवान की मूर्ति प्राप्त हुई जो मंदिर में स्थापित है, दर्शन होता है। इसी से इसको सूर्य कुंड कहा जाता है। शंकर जी की मूर्ति निकली, शंकर जी के नीचे खजाना निकला, उसी खजाने से राजा ने सूर्य कुंड का निर्माण कराया। पूरी अयोध्या में 360 और 5,989 मंदिर थे। सभी मंदिरों की मिट्टी से राजा ने वेदी बनाई। 11,000 मन का यज्ञ करवा करके 360 तीर्थों का जल त्रिसूर्य कुंड में डाला गया। इसका महात्म है जो भी यात्रीगण आते हैं, त्रिसूर्य कुंड धाम को प्रणाम करते हैं, जल को मस्तक में लगाते हैं, त्रिसूर्य भगवान का दर्शन करते हैं, 360 तीर्थ यात्रा का फल मिलता है। द्रोण कुंड, अग्नि कुंड, ईशान कुंड, हनुमान कुंड, सुग्रीव कुंड, खरजा कुंड, दुर्गा कुंड, काल कुंड, सतीश कुंड, ऋषि कुंड, मुनि कुंड, श्याम कुंड, वेद कुंड, विद्या कुंड, सीता कुंड, अग्नि कुंड, ईशान कुंड, हनुमान कुंड, सुग्रीव कुंड, इतना लेकर के 307 तीर्थ का महत्व बना। यहाँ आ जाने से आपकी यात्रा पूर्ण। बोले श्री सूर्य भगवान की। चल करके थोड़ा जल मंतव्य दीजिएगा सरकार। मैं तीर्थ का ब्राह्मण हूँ, मेरा धर्म है जल।
We are now proceeding towards Surya Kund to offer our prayers and also seek blessings. In the recent times, this kund has been renovated by the present Yogi Ji government in Uttar Pradesh. You should remove your shoes before touching the water of Surya Kund. Pandit Ji took the water of Surya Kund in a lota and offered to us to seek blessings. By sprinkling the water on your head, you receive the blessings. Indeed, the kund has been renovated very well and is being well maintained. We are now heading towards the Surya Bhagwan Mandir that you see in the distance. As you can see that ghats have been built on all sides of Surya Kund except on the eastern side, the reason of which you will come to know later in this vlog. We are now proceeding towards the Surya Dev temple complex.
जंगल में एक छोटा सा गड्ढा था, उसमें बहुत गंदा जल था। राजा आए थे शिकार के। राजा महाराजा को करना क्या है, चलो शिकार किया जाए। जंगल में आए शिकार करने के लिए। शिकार करते समय राजा को जल्दी लगी। नौकर से बोले जा करके जल ले आएंगे। आज के युग में जगह जगह हर प्रांत में, हर देश में पानी का साधन हो गया है। पहले कहीं नहीं था, दर्शन केवल यही तालाब पोखरा था और या तो कुआं था जो रस्सी से पानी निकाला जाता है। बाकी तीसरा कोई पानी का साधन कहीं भी नहीं था। अयोध्या में नहीं, पूरे भारत। अच्छा। तो नौकर जंगल में ढूंढने लगा, उसको वही दिखाई पड़ा, गंदा जल मिला। ले जा करके राजा को दिया। राजा साहब के शरीर में सफ़ेद दाग था जिसको कुष्ठ रोग कहते हैं। तो जल जहाँ जहाँ लगा तुरंत उनका ठीक हो। मंदिर का द्वार पूरब को है, पूरब दिशा है। सागर में पूरब दिशा में घाट नहीं बना। उत्तर है, दक्षिण है, पश्चिम है, 3 दिशा में घाट है। पूरब दिशा में घाट नहीं है। उसका कारण है यात्री आएंगे, जल मार्जन करेंगे, स्नान करेंगे तो सूर्य देवता पीठ के पीछे पड़ जाएंगे। इसलिए पूर्व दिशा में घाट नहीं है। 12 घाट है, पुरानी घाट है। सूर्य देवता सुबह जब उदय होते हैं तो 12 प्रकार की लीलाएं होती हैं। असुर भगवान के 12 नाम भी हैं। आदित्य, दिनकर, दिवाकर, भास्कर, शशि, भानु, सूर्य, इस तरीके से 12 नाम से सूर्य देवता को पुकारा जा सकता है। रामचरितमानस रामायण बालकांड में चौपाई लिखी है कि मास दिवस को दिवस भयो मरम न जाना कोई, रथ समेत रवि था तो त्रेता काल में जब राम जी का जन्म हुआ था तो उनके बाल रूप का दर्शन करने के लिए सूर्य नारायण भगवान अपना आकाश मार्ग छोड़कर 1 महीना यहाँ विराजमान थे। 1 महीना यहाँ रात्रि नहीं हुई है। 1 महीने का एक ही दिन हुआ। ये पौराणिक स्थल है, ऐतिहासिक स्थल है। ये जर्जर हो गया था मंदिर, सागर, इसमें कांस कुछ एक बार राज्य सरकार आई, बहुत काम किया लेकिन पूरा नहीं कर पाया। मुंबई का प्रोजेक्टर पड़ा है पानी, रात में लेजर शो दिखाया जाता है, लाइट एंड साउंड। 6 बजे 6:30 पर है। दूसरा 7.5 बजे 200 दिखाया जाता है, 22 मिनट का शो रहता है, केवल सूर्य की लीला ही दिखाई जाती है। तो ये 400 वर्ष पुराना है। हम तो 65 वर्ष का बूढ़ा पंडित है।
हम भी आपके बराबरी हैं और आपसे ज़्यादा।
जो कहानी बता रहे हैं ये केवल कान की
सुनी भी है,
लेकिन कुछ चीज़ ऐसा है कि आँखों की देखी। जल आप लोग दूर से आए हैं, डेली यहाँ स्नान कर नहीं सकते हैं, बाकी हर काम कर सकते हैं लेकिन स्नान डेली नहीं कर सकते हैं। बाटल में जल ले जाए,
बोतल में नहीं,
2 बूंद जल डाल दिया जाए, टंकी में बाल्टी में कहीं भी हो गया काम, उससे स्नान कर लिए, 1 बूंद का चरण कर लिए। हवन कुंडी है, देखिए सामने।
This is the Pratima of Surya Bhagwan, indeed beautiful. It was heartening to hear the fables Pandit Ji was telling us and the devotees who had come to visit Surya Kund. It was getting late and we had to return to Patna city today. This is the side of the park which is seen from the backside of the temple complex. According to Pandit Ji, when Prabhu Shri Ram was born, along with other gods and goddesses, Surya Bhagwan also landed on this earth. His chariot, which he brought from the sky to the earth, landed at this very same place where the mandir has now been constructed, which we are visiting now. Surya Bhagwan is believed to have spent 1 month here, but actually it is equivalent to 1 day on earth. 12 ghats have been constructed all around the Surya Kund. Surya Bhagwan also has 12 names. There are ghats on the northern, southern and western sides, but there is no ghat on the eastern side. This is because if you bathe on an eastern side ghat, Surya Bhagwan will be placed posterior to the human being who bathes on the eastern side. That is why no ghat has been constructed on the eastern side for bathing. This is the temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. You can see Nandi Bhagwan sitting in the front. This idol was found on excavation here by the Raja of Ayodhya. This is a temple dedicated to Lord Shani Dev. We are circumambulating the mandir. This is the back side of the mandir. Pandit Ji also described how it was not possible to bathe in the holy waters of Surya Kund every day. That is why devotees who come here must bring a bottle and take its waters and add few drops of it to their bath water every day to cure any kind of skin diseases that they might have. Marble floor depicting the sun's rays. It was indeed a satisfying visit to Surya Kund and we thoroughly enjoyed it. We felt blessed to have visited a place of such religious significance. You may attend the laser shows held here at 6:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. in the evening. We are now on our way back to Patna. We have travelled almost 50 kilometers from Surya Kund and are at Akbarpur now. We stopped to buy these fresh cucumbers. We are travelling through National Highway 135A. There seems to be some power plant here. We are now proceeding on National Highway 135A. We are proceeding towards Azamgarh, which is about 70 kilometers from here. The National Highway is quite well maintained. There is very less traffic on the road and our drive has been smooth and easy. Beautiful red flowers on the roadside added to the beauty of our drive. We are approaching a toll tax now and the charges are 85 rupees for four-wheelers. The flyover that you see now is the road that connects Gorakhpur and Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh. We are approaching Purvanchal Expressway now. It's just 500 meters away. And now we will take the left diversion to enter the Purvanchal Expressway. Purvanchal Expressway connects Chandsarai village in Lucknow district with Haidaria village in Ghazipur district of Uttar Pradesh. It is 340 kilometers long and is a 6-lane expressway. The construction was started in 2018 and opened to public in 2021. In our first episode of Ayodhya series, I have shown you the detailed journey on Purvanchal Expressway. We travelled from Patna to Ayodhya on this expressway. Please check out the episode 1 of Ayodhya series to get a detailed information on Purvanchal Expressway. In this video, I will give you a short glimpse of our journey on the expressway as we return to Patna. As you can see, it is a buttery smooth road and the drive on this expressway is simply fabulous. We need to recharge our car, so we are taking this service road on the left hand side to reach the petrol pump. So on this expressway, you will find several such service roads that lead to refreshment areas or petrol pumps. We are smoothly cruising along the expressway. The beauty of this drive is you can also enjoy the beautiful countryside. We have completed our journey on the expressway and now we will be taking the exit. In fact, the expressway ends here and we need to take the service road for proceeding towards Buxar in Bihar. It was indeed an enjoyable drive on the Purvanchal Expressway. We are in Balia now, which is in Uttar Pradesh. It was 3:30 p.m. in the late afternoon and we decided to halt at a roadside dhaba to have a simple lunch. This place is in Balia, Uttar Pradesh. We are approaching Buxar now. Buxar is about 4 kilometers from here. And we will be crossing the river Ganga in a short while from now. We have crossed river Ganga. The display says that Patna city is at a distance of 123 kilometers from here. We are on NH 922 now. It's 5 p.m. now and look at the green agricultural fields at the time of the setting sun. It's 6:05 p.m. now in the evening and we are at Bihta, which is about 20 to 25 kilometers away from main Patna city, and on the left hand side you see ESI Medical College and Hospital, also known as Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Medical College and Hospital. It's 6:30 p.m. and we are now approaching Danapur. On the right hand side is the Danapur railway station. We are in Fulwari Sharif area now. We have almost reached our home in Patna. With this episode, we conclude our Ayodhya series. Hope you liked it. Do share your comments. Our upcoming series will be on Meghalaya. Do stay tuned. Till then, goodbye and take care.